Hey guys, welcome to this session looking at the annotated type within Pydantic. Now this is a rather curious feature, but one which if you master, I think is really useful for creating your models. So we're going to look at two things. Primarily we're going to look at the annotated type and then something called the after validator. And these two really are going to be looked at together. So I'll zoom in just a touch. So the whole point of annotated here is rather interesting, and the way we say it is going to be in this form of this little list here. So what we get to say is this value has a base type plus some extra metadata, and the extra metadata in this case is this after validator here. So let's start off by doing just a really simple base model, then we'll take a look at how to do a custom type with this annotated and after validator stuff in here. So we'll say class person, and this has to come in from base model. Here we go. And we'll keep it really simple. We'll just go ahead and do name here. Now, normally, you might do something like name a string. Cool, looks good. And then you might want to go ahead and do your validation down here. So you could do a field validator or a model validator. But we know that with Pydantic, if we go ahead and pass in, let's say, A is equal to person, and let's do name as, I don't know, something like this. This obviously fails because we've passed in a set, and then Pydantic said input should be a valid string. So we know that some validation is happening behind the scenes here. But what if we have our own custom type and we want the same behavior to happen? That's where the annotated type comes in with some built-in validation provided by this guy here. So what we'll do is we'll define a custom type. So let's go ahead and just do something like first name is equal to this here. This is equal to annotated. Then we've got to pass in our two things. It's a base type followed by this after validator here. So for our name, we're going to want a string. So we'll go ahead and use the base type as string. And then we're going to use after validator here. And this is going to be some function which runs automatically, just like how when we did this one here, there was some validation that ran behind the scenes, which basically said like, yeah, this set is not right. This should have been a string. So what we can do is just do a bit of basic validation inside here, which we want to apply to our name. So let's go ahead and do def. We'll just say check name. It's going to be name, string, give back a string. And let's keep it really simple. We'll just say if the length of name happens to be, I don't know, less than 1, or maybe the length of name happens to be, suppose if it's over 10, then yeah, that's bad. We'll raise the value error, and then we'll say length is not good. Otherwise, no problem at all. We'll just go ahead and return name here. So now we have our validation function, albeit a very simple one. Put this inside here, and we now have an annotated type. So name should now be first name here, like this. Of course, you can kind of go as crazy as you want with this, really. I've just done it really simple. So let's suppose we do a valid string, but one that looks like this. And running it, we can see indeed we get value error, length is not good. Suppose we do it as something that is valid. Let's clear that and run. Yep, no problem at all. It's fine with that. In fact, we should probably go ahead and print off A just to check it looks good. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do a really big one. And there we go. Value error, length is not good. So in a nutshell, that's all it really is. Let's just walk through it nice and quickly. We first define the name of our type, and we're going to say it's annotated. This takes a list of two things. First is the base type. In this case, it's going to be a string. And we then pass in our after validator here, which is imported from Pydantic. And this has to be some check. In this case, we passed in this check name function here. And in this case, my check's really simple. Just says if the length of the name is less than 1 or bigger than 10, we'll raise a value error and say length is not good. However, if that's all fine, it'll come to here and return the name, and the model can be created. So whenever we use this type in here, that validation is automatically done for us. Whereas like previously, you might have had to do something like a field validator, look at this, and yeah, it just means you're writing an awful lot of code. Whereas we can write this is reusable. So if you had multiple models using like this same validation, we could create the type once at the top and you are good to go. So guys, hopefully that was helpful, and if you have any more videos you want to see in this Pydantic series, feel free to ping us a message in the comments. Cheers for watching guys, and have a great weekend.